What's happening, guys? Robert from Brachii here, back to another video. As you can see, I'm over 230 right now. I've been eating quite a bit, and especially in the past week. I'm gonna keep bulking for about another 6 to 8 weeks. I did gain a little more body fat than I tended to, but I don't mind. My strength is way up right now. So I'm just gonna focus on building as much mass as I can in the next 6 weeks and get as strong as possible before I go into my cut. For this video, I'm gonna show you guys my current arm workout, which I focus more on mind-muscle connection and squeezing and contraction rather than overloading. I did an arms workout where I overloaded my arms a couple of weeks ago, so that's okay, that's good for now. I'm not gonna overload my arms until I feel like I plateaued with the mind-muscle connection workouts. So let's get into it. So as of lately, I started out my workouts with 100 push-ups, and I find that's a great way to warm up my triceps, and also enables me to practice retracting my scapula together and holding in a locked position for the entire duration of the set, which is very, very important for any upper body workout. It's very, very important that you're able to retract your scapula and keep it in a locked position from different angles to get the most out of your workouts, upper body workouts, and make sure that you are even and you avoid imbalances. So after the push-ups, I move on to my actual exercise for the arms, and I do supersets, so triceps first and then biceps. And the first exercise for the triceps was rope push downs, and as you can see, I'm doing it slow and controlled, and I focus on mind-muscle connection, slow on the concentric and eccentric, and getting a nice squeeze at the bottom position. And I really want to fatigue my triceps as much as possible and isolate them as much as possible. Right after the triceps exercise, I'm going straight into my bicep exercise without any rest. And for biceps, I do cables, wide grip cable curls. And again, I retract my scapula back, keep my elbows locked in a position straight to the side, and try to be as controlled as possible, getting a good contraction at the top and kind of slow on the way down, and keep that as consistent as I can. I keep the rep ranges pretty high, between 12 to 15 reps, and I go almost to failure. I leave a couple reps in the tank. And this entire superset, I did 3 sets, and during this workout, I focus again on mind-muscle connection and really fatiguing and my biceps and triceps, and leaving other body parts out of it. So in other words, trying to isolate them as much as I can. Right after the superset, I moved into my next superset, which was overhead triceps extensions. And a lot of people leave out the overhead extensions when they do arms for whatever reason, but this it's a pretty big mistake, because overhead extensions, any type of overhead extensions, will target your long head the most, your long head of your tricep, which is the biggest part of your tricep, and it gives you that nice bulge when you keep your arm to the side. And for biceps, I did seated cable curls with the dumbbells, and as you can see, I lock my shoulder blades back and elbows to the side, and all I'm trying to do is bring my wrist all the way up, get a good contraction at the top and straight down, and keep that movement as consistent as I can. And as you can see, I'm not able to get as many reps as I would normally do if I would swing, especially if I'm standing up. This exercise right here forces only your biceps to work, and obviously you're not going to get as many reps as you would otherwise. After that superset, I moved into this is my third superset, and I'm not resting too long in between sets. For arm workouts, I like to just go in, get the work done, and get out. It usually takes about 45 minutes to 1 hour max. For this exercise, I did assisted cable press downs, and I'm using a pad. They have it at my gym, which is perfect. And what this allows you to do is push into the pad and make sure that you're not cheating as you're pressing down. And this puts a lot of emphasis on the triceps rather than your shoulders or anything else. By this point, I was pretty fatigued, and my triceps were starting to give out. And I supersetted the press downs with the seated curls. I used the dumbbells again, And it's the same position as I used the exercise previously, but I used the hammer grip this time, neutral grip, and this puts a lot more emphasis on the forearms and brachialis and gives you that thickness of the arm. Again, I focus on mind muscle connection, slow and controlled reps, and I'm not worried about weight here. I'm using only about 30 to 35 pounds. I'm just focused on getting the most out of that muscle. And after each bicep set, I hold it as long as I can at a 90-degree angle, or I bring it down as slow as I can, and that I get a little bit more work out of them. And for my last superset, it was one arm cable press downs. This movement targets the medial head of the tricep, which is one of my weaknesses, and I'm just leaning slightly forward, elbow in place, and bringing the arm down and back, and focusing on the squeeze at the top of the movement. And I superset the one arm press downs with cable curls again, but this time I use fat grips to put a little more emphasis on the forearms. And this is only my second or third time using them, and I do enjoy them. Gives me a crazy arm pump, and I'm not able to do as many reps as I would otherwise. So remember, if an exercise is challenging, that's a good thing. That gives you an opportunity to get stronger and bring out your weaker points. So that was it for this workout. It was quick and easy. I just focused on my muscle connection, and I use cables mostly because it's easier on my joints, and I do get tendonitis from bench pressing a lot, so I use cables as much as I need to and as much as I can. Like I mentioned earlier, for arms, I don't think you need to stay in the gym for 2 hours. Short rest in between sets, and supersets usually work best for me. Keep the intensity high and get the most out of them.
Come more forward.
Turn my music.